Hey you. Good evening and morning, all you trade ship captains and escort runners, helmsmen and tactical officers, stowaways and turret operators. After spending your time answering someone else's call for a hired gun, a saboteur, or just a space Uber, it's about time for you to take control of your life in the verse to bootstrap your way into working for numero uno, aka El Patron or La Patrona, aka you. Down the road, you'll have plenty of owner-operator options like salvager, farmer, or explorer. The best way to be your own boss right now is as a trader, and the best items to trade in the verse won't appear on any publicly tracked indexes. So, here are the best drug runs to make your pockets swell up like they got the space mumps. This guide is for 3.5, and when the 3.6 update becomes available, look out for the updated guide then. Make sure to like and subscribe like a boss and ring the notification bell. Quick disclaimer, it takes money to make money in this part of the game. You can start out with a low amount of money, but the return won't be very significant. So my best advice to gaining some startup capital is to do skimmer missions. You can make 6,000 to 7,000 per mission, and they can be completed in less than 5 minutes. Sometimes the legal skimmer missions will dry up and you can either wait for more to appear or take on the illegal ones in your personal tab. If you do those, you're gonna get a crime stat, and both AI and human players sometimes will come after you. If you saw my last stories from the verse video, that happened after some illegal missions, so keep that in mind. When you're ready to start your drug running career and you have a crime stat, make sure to either A, go to Correa and access the terminal to erase your criminal history, B, let a player kill you for your bounty, or C, go to Lorville and let the psychotic security guards murk you out. Alright, so now you're papered up and ready to invest. Let's get to it.
Number 4.
E-Town or A-Town. I'm just call it 8. Racking up pounds of this organic bean sprout looking item is expensive. So if you want to dip your toes into this illegal piece of profit, then you better have a lot of Lucchini in the bank. I don't, but if you do, head on over to Lyria and set a course for a trap house called the Orphanage. They don't exactly advertise, so they won't appear on your HUD or your map. Once you arrive at Lyria, lock in on orbital marker 1. Orient yourself toward the planet and look for the infinity symbol and head to just below the bottom right of it. As you close in, you'll see a group of 3 craters. Followed by a small crater at the edge of a bigger one. The bigger one has 2 rocks at the edge. A bit past those rocks is a larger rock. And past that is a crater. And past that is the orphanage below a slanted rock face. Park up close so that your ship is detected by the console and head in to buy your 8 at the lowest price of $97.03 per unit. My pockets are skinny, so it don't buy much. Now, you got some options here. You can either stay local and sell your goods on the other side of the moon at Shubin Mining Sal 5 for 100.29 credits per unit and just run back and forth working at 3.26 credit profit per unit. Or, if you're on your way back to Crusader, stop at Her L3 and sell for 102.01 so that your margin per unit is 4.98. Just make sure you don't show up with a kill on site crime stat or you'll be selling in the pirate friendly Grim Hex like me. The orphanage is difficult to find and you gotta make a long trip to max your profits out when you're out there running 8. On the bright side, it's an unlikely spot for pirates to hang out at. And if you got a lot of bread, then sacrificing profit for speed will turn a profit faster than you can cook your books.
Number 3.
Slam. This Walter White garnished substance is the most expensive drug in the verse, but the profits are higher than running 8. You can do the same old 2-step, quickly buying at the orphanage for 147.01 and scooting around the moon to Loveridge and sell for 152.06, giving you a profit of 5.55 per, or to selling stash house to buy for the low. Jump to selling and move to orbital marker 1. Line up between OM4 and OM6. Shout out to Subliminal for that tip. Find 3 mountains that form an Illuminati pyramid and head to above the top one. Straight ahead is a cluster of mountains. Adjust your pitch and fly into the middle of them. Once you're pointed between 2 of the ranges, the stash house is near the foot of the one on the right. Park close and re-up on some slam for 144.56. Then head out to her L5 to sell for 153.01, profit of 8.45 per unit. You can also stay on selling and sell at Tram & Myers for a 6.11 profit. Your call.
Number 2.
Widow, the drug that started it all. And you can re-up at the original trap house that started it all, Jump Town. Jump to Grim Hex, look for the tentacle with the 3 white spots above it. Head above and to the left of the first white spot. And you'll see a butt. And below the butt is a mountain that it pooped out. I never said I was sophisticated. Head toward Poop Mountain. Head toward Poop Mountain and into the crater bowl on its upper right. You don't have to park close, but why would you not? This used to be crawling with campers and ships waiting with lame excuses to kill you, or organizations and freelance protections keeping up the peace. Now folks have moved on, but best to scan anyway. Head on in and pick up some of that good for the low, not so low price of 115.88. You can loop back over to Grim Hex for a profit and slow sell at 7.65 profit, but best to take your biz elsewhere like her L3 or L5 where you can make 8.55 per unit.
Number 1.
Neon, baby. These happy pills are the cheapest to buy and you can flip them for a really good price. The quick and easy way to make a come up with Neon is to head to Daymar. Head to OM3, look for the dark Xbox controller, and under the left grip is a white area. Aim at the upper left corner of it. When you start closing in, you'll see a distinct boot shape. You can't miss it. Head towards the debris coming off the boot ankle and park up close. Sometimes the supply is limited and you may be only able to purchase about 74,000 units. But if you hop back in your ship and fly a short distance, you can return and buy more. Shout out to Boone for that intel. Each unit here is 74.82 and you can sell at Grim Hex for 85.43, giving you a margin of 10.61. Not too shabby. If you want to take it further, you can re-up at Paradise Cove for a better price. For that, head to Lyria, OM3, look for Shubin, SPAL3, spot the triangle and head for the top of it. You know you're in the right direction as you see the letter C above Shubin. You run into a mountain with a bowl in it, and along the edges there will be a large rock. And then another where Paradise Cove is resting in the shade. Park close and cop Neon for 72.66 and either stay on the moon and sell at Love Ridge for 9.66 per unit profit, sell at ArcCorp Area 18 for 10.75 profit, or sell to the Maniac Cops in Lorville for 12.98 per unit profit. Those Lorville cops are already doped up, but hey, if they're buying. So let's do the math and see what you can expect once you fill up your cargo hold. Let's start with the Avenger and 300i, who both have 8 standard cargo units, or SCU, of space. Each cargo unit holds 100 individual units, so you can just add 2 zeros to the SCU of a ship to get its capacity in the same units that you make purchases with. So 800 units of the drug that I'm calling 8, or A-Town if you're a nerd, costs 97.03. So multiply that by 800 and you have an investment of 77,624. Selling to the highest buyer will give you a gross of 81,608 and a net gain of 3,984 credits. Not amazing money, but if you do the shorter route, you can do it over and over and keep building up. The Cutlass Black has 46 SCU, so buying low to fill it up and selling high will net you 22,908 on a 446,000 credit investment. The Constellation Andromeda with the 96 SCU makes 47,808 on a 931,000 credit investment. The Caterpillar with 576 SCU makes 282,240 on a 5.6 million credit investment. Slam looks a little better. Avenger and 300i makes 6,760 credits on 115,000 credit investment. Cutlass makes 38,870 credits on a 665,000 credit investment. Connie Andromeda gets 81,120 credits on a 1.4 million credit investment. The Cat earns 486,720 credits on an 8.3 million credit investment. Moving Widow is only marginally better, so I'm just gonna leave that be. Neon's the best investment. Avenger and the 3-Bird get 10,384 credits on a 68,000 credit investment. Easy peasy. Cutlass gets almost 60 grand on a 394,000 credit investment. Andromeda earns 124,608 credits on an 822,000 credit investment. The Big Cat brings in 747,648 credits on a 5 million credit investment. So buying Neon lets you invest the least amount of money for the biggest return by far. So why would you buy anything else? A different drug may fit better on the route that you're already going to anyway, so you can be more efficient by buying something nearby. The trap house on the night side of a moon might make it difficult to find. The orphanage is already hard enough to find in broad daylight. Or there may just be pirates lurking at one location. Once you're all loaded up with a cargo hold full of that work and get to your sale location, it's not just hop out the ship, run inside the building to the kiosk and offload your entire inventory all at once. Nah, it takes some time and patience. Me and my Discord underboss, Giro, found out a few things the hard way. If this is your first time selling, you'll notice that no matter what amount you try to sell, it'll initially look like it'll go through, but then once you click got it, you get an undefined error. This means that you're selling more than they're willing to buy at a time. Start out trying to sell as much as possible, then keep reducing until you can successfully make a sale. After you've made your initial largest sale possible, it's best to sell under 2,000 credits at a time. Once you've sold 2,000 credits, repeat that amount until you can't sell anymore, and then start reducing the amount for each sale and repeat this until you can't even sell 1 credit. After that, you'll need to wait a bit before the facility has more demand. At that point, repeat the process. One thing to watch out for is the pricing as you're selling. The more you sell, the more demand goes down along with the price. You can either wait a while for the demand to slowly go back up, or you can just fly to another location and offload your work there. The values I use can all be found on the site by Camille92, and the link is in the description. There's also a route finder there. I haven't used it myself yet, so couldn't tell you much about it, but it's there. And if you ain't up on it, real recognize real, and these pilots looking familiar. Shout out to Commander Blackout, to Diedrichs, to the Mother, to Buster Boy, and to Anthony Jackson. Big 7-Up salute and thanks to these fine patrons of the Dig That Arts and also members of the Dig That fam. My name is Dig That and that's my time. Fly Dirty Citizens 077.